they know you deserved better now. Please scroll on if this doesn't resonate. Whatever happened, something happened to abruptly end this relationship, friendship, job, something. Doesn't have to be romantic, but it might be. Whatever it was, it took a minute. I feel like it took a minute, maybe a few weeks, maybe even years, but this person finally had a wake-up call, and whatever happened, it took them right back to this conversation, okay? And that's what this is about. I think they wish now that they had said something different. They wish they could come back in and be friends with you again. They wish they could just make it right somehow. They don't know if they can. I think maybe you've already heard from this person. I think they're fishing around to see if it's even okay to apologize. I don't think they want to just come right in with an apology. I think it's sort of they want to feel you out and then go to lunch or something or do something. They want to have a conversation and just, as you're talking, hey, by the way, I'm really sorry about whatever, and that's actually admirable. That's one way to do it, So I think maybe I'm just here to sort of confirm that. I think maybe you're wondering what their motives are, questioning that, and I just want to let you know, I really do. I'm just getting a good feeling about it. I think the wake-up call was necessary. Anyway, let me see what cards I get here. I want to come back, rose-colored glasses. I keep getting some of the same cards, which is confirmation for me that same energy coming through. It's okay. So the rose-colored glasses, what happened was, I think something recently had to do with this wake-up call. They think, they saw something in a new light, basically. And now they want to come back. You're already equipped. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. I think you've kind of been expecting this, is what I think. This already equipped. I think that's saying you're prepared. This is just confirmation. That's why I do these readings. It's people, I've never once said anything about being a psychic. This channel is called Need This Message. It's the message. And I haven't always done cards. I used to do other stuff, and I might do other stuff again in the future. But please don't limit this reading. Don't limit anything you see online. Look, nothing happens by accident. We live in a simulation, guys. I'll talk about that later. And then, by the way, that's just a crazy theory for entertainment purposes only. But anyway, nothing happens by accident. Everything you see, and that doesn't mean you just need to take it to heart and do everything like every reading says or every sign on the interstate or anything like that. It means it means something. And it's up to you to determine, does it mean anything? Is it just filler? Maybe. Sometimes, anyway, what I'm trying to tell you is this reading or anything else is about confirming what you already know, confirming your intuition. I think your intuition is telling you everything I've said here. I think you sort of expected it, because I think what happened was you gave someone some hard truth. Sometimes people just aren't ready to hear it. They're just not ready. And I think maybe, like this, what I'm thinking now, it might have been a little bit scary or dicey for a second. I think you might have really been in some kind of online war with this person, or I don't know, or maybe something was about to happen. It's funny because, the longer I'm online, I see people who, there's certain, I'm just thinking of a few people I've followed, mutual friends with, who were just so drama-free, and then something would happen and all of a sudden they're talking about all this family drama. I'm like, what in the world? I don't know. All it takes is one person to start something, and then all of a sudden there's just all this mudslinging. And I think that almost happened here. This is a speak life situation. I think there are some apologies that need to happen. I think that, or not even that. I just think a truce. How about that? A truce. I think this person learned. Really, honestly, I'm like I said, I'm getting a good feeling because this was what was meant to happen. And we've all had these wake up calls. I think it's happening more and more these days. People just get angrier and angrier. I keep hearing so many crazy stories about people just losing their temper and, anyway, stuff I don't even want to talk about, content warnings and stuff. But anyway, just people just seem more unhinged and just out there than ever. And I just had some crazy stuff happen. And anyway, I think sometimes people are finding themselves doing crazy stuff that they didn't expect because they're just losing it. I just feel like everything going on in the world, the fact that our minds have been conditioned to see people as characters in a video game or in a story instead of people, which is kind of what we are anyway, if you want to think about it. Anyway, I'm just not going to keep going on about that. I'm just going to say, I think this person got carried away. Have you ever like found yourself almost doing something and like just like no, I can't do that, but how to put it, as you get older, for me, as I've gotten older, there are certain times when I'm like, I wouldn't do that myself, but I can understand how someone would be pushed to that point. Because maybe you catch someone in the wrong mood. I mean, I feel bad. I mean, because the older you get, the more maturity, the more you get to know yourself. And that's why this whole cancel culture thing, like people judging people for stuff, it's like, yeah, I probably would have judged someone for that when I was younger. Then as I got older, I started realizing there was more than one side to every story. And I started realizing, just people are people. And, I think this is something that someone was about to do something like chase someone down in their car. That's what I'm trying to think of. Like, there are people out there who will just completely chase you down in their car for like cutting them off on the interstate or doing something by accident. Something you didn't even mean to do. You'll have people who just chase you down. I feel like a lot of us, I've never done that to anyone. I've never chased anyone. And I've been in cars with people who wanted to take off chasing people. It's like, what possesses you to do that? You know what I mean? I think a lot of people have that tendency. And then as I've gotten older, I'm like, you don't know what someone's going through. And in a moment of stress, like I learned this in psychology class in college. And yes, this is going on for a long time, but I feel like somebody needs to hear this. They use this one example. Like, let's say you're a mom and it's breakfast time and your kid's telling a story and accidentally knocks over some milk. What are you going to do? Clean up the milk. Well, what if it's your last carton of milk? What if you don't have any money to get any more milk? And you're under a lot of stress and you're working 2 jobs? What's going to happen? And then it's kind of like, oh, okay. Mom might lose her cool. It's all about situations, you know what I'm saying? And I think what happened was this person, this whatever the situation was so bad that in the moment, I think this person just couldn't see clearly. Just like, let's change it to somebody on the interstate or somebody chasing someone down on the highway because they cut them off. We've all known these people, whether we've been in this situation or not. I think at this point in our lives, most of us have known these people who at least have that tendency to want to do something like that. And that's dangerous. It's like a person needs to calm down, do whatever they got to do to not do that, to take into consideration, like especially other people in the car. Like, just think, this person really does regret. I think that they know now that you deserve an apology. You deserved way better than whatever it was that happened. Speak this into your life. You look much younger than your age. You make excellent decisions, and you have everything it takes to be successful. Whew. Anyway, this is a long, heavy reading. I apologize. Anyway, I'm just going to end with this. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. It is spoken, it is written, and so it is. Amen.